Off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place. Wow, how did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February, only at Benquit Equipment Parts Service.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, UDP organizes protests in front of SSB's headquarters in Belize City. Yellowman detained and slapped with gang charges says he will sue the BDP. CW demonstrates in Belmopan and Ocean Country Partnership Program Ministerial Forum hosted by British High Commission. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure, you ought to add.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? The poor man out there, man, that's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken,
Oh, yeah.
like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. I am Julian Cruz. No means no. That was a chant that the United Democratic Party echoed throughout the streets of Belize City earlier today during their protests in front of SSB's headquarters. This was the party's second protest in the last 2 weeks, making their position known that they are not in support of BTL's proposed acquisition of SpeedNet. Last week's protest was in front of BTL, but today's protest was in front of SSB's headquarters, as there were reports that members of the board were meeting to discuss whether or not they would be in support of the acquisition. At 10 o'clock this morning, close to 400 protesters showed up to support the demonstration. Leader of the United Democratic Party, Honorable Tracy Panton, spoke to the media stating that the nation's voice must be heard. regarding the proposed merger.
We are sending a message to the government. We are sending a message to John Briceño and his family. And we are sending the message to the SSB board that the voices of the people will not be muffled on a matter of such significant national importance.
Why the Social Security Board?
Well, the Social Security Board is meeting today to make a determination on this deal. And so they must be aware of how the people of this country really feel about the situation. It was such a good deal. We would have the information already. The people of this country would have the information. But they want to trust us. They want us to trust them because they said so. And that is not how it works in a democratic society. We say no. No, enough is enough. How much more does this Briceño administration want to rape the people, the taxpayers of this country? Enough is enough.
Members of the BNTU, PSU, and the NTU-CB were also present at this morning's protests. According to BNTU President Kalis, these types of dealings and protests are eerily similar to the 2005 protests.
This is a clear indication that workers of this country are not in agreement with what is happening. We demand better consultation. We want answers. That's what it means for all the unions. And what it means for GOB, BTL, and SSB is that they need to pay keen attention.
Is this reminiscent of what happened in 2004, 2005 to you?
Girl, I must say it is. Because I got tear gassed. I was out there in Belmopan every single day. It is, and it's sad. It is sad that they have not taken heed. It is sad. So it is very important for them to understand the importance of consultation. Because we need to consult, they need to share, we need to dialogue. Because that's how we begin. So we're looking forward to DTL, SSB, and GOB to do the right thing.
So do you think Mr. Briceño, who I would want to think is a younger, more enlightened man, is following in the footsteps of Said Musa?
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
Our message is obviously to encourage, because we know the Social Security Board directors from the previous moves that they have made are very cognizant of the seriousness of an opposition and the impact it will have on the funds of Social Security Board. Of course, we're not saying that as NTUCB that there may be a negative impact, but it's $80 million. What we have been saying is even if ATL does not make a profit quickly, our dividends at the Social Security Board would reduce because we have to pay back that $80 million. And we're already not getting a whole lot from BTL as far as I understand. So we are encouraging the board members to be very careful, be cognizant, remember your legacy. As board members, you're here to protect the SSB fund. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is not to say, well, I partner with this political party or next political party, or even with the unions. It's your responsibility to protect the monies that are invested by workers and employers into SSB.
After an hour and a half of protesting in front of SSB headquarters, the group of protesters made their way to the Belcan Bridge, where they blocked vehicles and persons from crossing during the entire lunch hour. After spending their lunch break blocking access to the bridge, the protesters finished their demonstrations. It is expected that another protest will be taking place on Friday outside the House of Representatives' inaugural meeting. This morning, approximately an hour before the UDP began their protests in front of SSB's headquarters in Belize City, UDP stalwart and one of the party's driving forces in protests, Brian Yellowman Ardinet, was picked up by police on Euphrates Avenue, where he was arrested and charged for being a member of a gang. Party leader Honorable Tracy Panton called it a political tactic and a new low for the government.
Again, it's a blatant attempt, a new law. It is a new law by this government to stifle the voices of the people. Everybody knows that Yellowman is a member, a general of the United Democratic Party. And to suggest he was detained because he's affiliated with a gang is an attempt to quiet his voice. I will say this, I hope that the government is not saying that the United Democratic Party, a constitutional office holder in this country, is a gang. Because
Shortly after midday, Yellow Man was released and joined the protesters on Belcan Bridge. He referred to the charges brought against him as bogus and explained that he will be suing the police department.
What happened this morning?
If not the police, they pick me up and say they hold me for investigation to be member of our gang.
Were you inciting violence through text messages?
Of course not.
That's what the compul told us this morning.
That is absolutely lie. Tell the compul to bring the evidence that I made send any text or anything by Facebook that we want have any kind of violence out there. We was going to be peaceful.
So they had you at Queen Street?
Yes.
You think you were only arrested just to keep you away from this?
That is it. And we are going to sue the police department.
Are you a member? Have you ever been a member of a gang?
I'm not gang bang. I'm a member of the United Democratic Party.
And while a larger showing was in Belize City, there was still a small demonstration in the capital city of Belmopan that was spearheaded by President of the Christian Workers Union, Leonora Flowers. At midday, Flowers, along with members of the NTUCB and CWU, marched in front of SSB's Belmopan headquarters. We caught up with Flowers, who explained why they decided to protest in Belmopan.
We're sending the call that we don't want to acquire Smart. We don't want BTL to acquire Smart.
No, there is a larger protest happening in Belize City. Why have you guys decided to have this in Belmopan instead of joining the larger demonstration?
I'm sure by now everyone heard that the proposed board meeting of the Social Security Board has been moved to Belmopan. Whether it's here, whether it's in Belize City, we still want them to get the message.
No, Ms. Flowers, yesterday BTL issued a press release. They launched a Know the Facts campaign encouraging Belizeans to learn more about this potential merger. Your thoughts on that press release?
I have not read it. I will not read anything from BTL. They have lost all credibility in my mind. They can't tell us to know the facts months after they hid those facts from us. They still continue to hide it. I want to ask any Belizean, have they given us the information we asked for? That has not been provided.
Now, what is your message to the other unions as it relates to this issue?
Come out and let Belize hear your voices. Let the Social Security know that we don't want them to use our money, not another penny of our money to buy out or bail out Smart, because that's what it's going to be. Bail out you know who. We don't want to do that. Leave our Social Security dollars there or find another investment, not Smart. We don't want to acquire Smart.
And then, Ms. Flores, lastly, your thoughts on the Northern Caucus of the People's United Party supporting this move?
No surprise there. He who pays the piper calls the tune. No surprise there, but I'm very disappointed and indignant, disappointed by that set.
A mother and daughter have been arrested on drug offenses. We'll have that and other stories right after this break.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble. A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower. She wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Mom.
Drop it like it's hot.
come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your hearts will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, oh Jah. Tell them that the praise never stops. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Belmopan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember, Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world, I said Jesus.
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
I feel very excited.
Thanks to you guys for the new home you have gave to me. I really appreciate it. And thanks to Mr. Landy Habit for doing a wonderful job.
Ms. Vanegas is a resident of this village for so many years, has her children, grandchildren. The thing is that she also takes care of many of her grandchildren, and the situation in which she was living wasn't really appropriate. This house that she's getting now through the government of Belize, I think it is going to really make a good transformation for her, but also for her grandkids.
I believe that this place will provide a safe and stable home for us. I'm very grateful that I could call this new place a home, a place of our own, so that my family can continue growing.
It's always a pleasure every time MIDH has the ability to be able to hand over keys. As everybody knows by now, the wait list is so long and the budget is just what it is, and we are trying our best to make sure that each person has a chance at getting a different life, making a different life. These starter homes may not look like much to a lot of people, but to the recipients of our program, they are life-changing.
Thank you guys so much for this amazing job.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated. representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, this adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Come to Banquet, find your way. Engines roar at the break of day. Volvo outboard surf the waves. Castrol oil is what they crave. Live with power, feel the sound. Heavy machines shake the ground. Riding Honda, feeling proud. Rev it up and shout aloud. Feel the wind against your skin. Smell so wide, let's begin. At Banquet, where dreams ignite. Gear up, and let's take flight. Kohler's power runs our towns. JCB lifts heavy pounds. Find the tools to build your dreams. Banquet's got the best machines. Grip the wheel and never slip. Feel the rush, it's time to trip. Every brand you know and love. Banquet fits you like a glove. Feel the wind against your skin. Smell so wide, let's begin. At Banquet, where dreams ignite. Gear up, and let's take flight.
Banquet, equipment, parts, service. We represent quality.
Belize City police officers have formally arrested and charged a fisherman on 2 firearm offenses. According to reports on Monday, February 2, while conducting a motorcycle patrol in Belize City, officers observed a male person riding a bicycle towards them. Immediately after seeing the police, the man changed direction and fled into a yard, raising suspicions among the officers who pursued him and observed him throwing an object near a zinc fence. Upon further investigation, a black firearm containing a magazine with 8 rounds of ammunition was discovered. Since then, the police have identified the man as 24-year-old Kyle Cadle and have formally arrested and charged him with keeping a firearm without a gun license and keeping ammunition without a gun license. A mother and daughter have been formally arrested and charged on one offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. According to reports on Tuesday, February 3, the police executed a search warrant at the residence of 47-year-old Cheryl Garbut and her daughter, 18-year-old Kyla Bahadur. During their search, the officers discovered a plastic bag containing 100 small foil-wrapped parcels of crack cocaine, amounting to 15.5 grams. Following this discovery, both mother and daughter were formally arrested and charged. Police are still investigating the murder of La Democracia Village resident Paul Smith Jr. Details are still scarce at this moment as no official report has been produced by the police department. It was reported that Smith was gunned down whilst on his way home sometime on Monday evening. It is believed that Smith was murdered as retaliation for an incident that occurred back in November of 2024. Smith walked away a free man from that murder charge of 19-year-old Tyreek August in La Democracia. The case was dismissed with a nolle prosequi. Smith's latest killing brings the total number of murders recorded in 2026 to 9. The newly renovated National Assembly building is officially open after some 15 months of extensive work to bring the building into the 21st century. The building was inaugurated in 1970, and since then, not much work went into enhancing its form nor function. A $1.5 million grant was given by the Republic of China Taiwan for the upgrading of the building, but after conducting a walkthrough of the structure, the government of Belize decided to foot the remaining $4.2 million to completely change the interior of the building. Yesterday, members of the media got a first-hand look at the changes to the newly renovated National Assembly building. According to the Chief Engineer at the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, Evandale Moody, the total cost of the project was $5.8 million, monies which he says were well spent.
We basically gutted out the entire structure interior, and we started from the ground up. That included the installation of new plumbing structure for the entire building, the installation of new electrical features, the installation of an elevator now so that we could meet the Disability Act requirements and also the new building code that will become effective very soon. We had to ensure that the roof structure itself was rehabilitated because we had issues with the roof itself. In terms of the interior of the building, we did not have sufficient space based on how it was originally formulated, and so we had to go back to the drawing board on many occasions to ensure that everything that is required by the Senate and also by the House is inclusive within the structure. We were able to reconstruct the entire chamber of the National Assembly. We had a number of member rooms and also committee rooms that were installed as well. The facility basically provides access to the public in terms of the galleries that were reconstructed, and we have also provided safe space and also bathrooms and other facilities for the public itself. So the transformation that we have done at the National Assembly, to my knowledge, is amazing with what we had before. And the $5.8 million that we have utilized for the construction of this building is really within the building costs presently in Belize. I think that would work out to maybe around $300 per square foot. But if you look at the features that has been included in the structure, I believe anyone would be amazed that we were able to accomplish this within $5.8 million.
The structure now boasts enhanced security features, upgrades to the technological readiness, modernized parliamentary chambers, expanded office and workspaces. It also showcases improved public and visitor areas and better accessibility for persons with disabilities. The Speaker of the House and President of the Senate both shared their thoughts on the new space.
We're in 2026, and what we were working with, I believe Madam President can concur for the same with her experience in her chamber, was a lot of archaic equipment. Workflow was not optimal, space was not optimal. I use the restroom facilities as an example, not because I'm a woman, but just as a human being. They simply were not optimal. One of the things that has not happened in Belize for decades have been an investment in our legislature. Sometimes we tend to forget that government is made up of 3 branches of government. And everything starts with the legislature because that is where we make laws. The executive execute and the judiciary interpret. And we have seen significant investment in the executive branch of government in terms of infrastructure and so on. We have seen significant investment in the judiciary over the years, but we have not seen that in the legislature. So I think it's very important for us to appreciate that this really is a new era in terms of investing in an institution that really is the heart of our democracy.
The first House of Representatives meeting is scheduled for this coming Friday, February 6, where members of the public are invited to attend to experience the new features of the building. The British High Commission hosts Ocean Country Partnership Program Ministerial Forum. That's a mouthful, and we'll expound on that right after this break. You're watching Plus News.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artists coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise will never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing, and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
And all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 5:01 from Capital City, Belmopan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City Orange Walk, Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember, Jesus Festival.
Yeah, Jesus, rocking on the world. I said,
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
yeah, Jesus.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Today, the British High Commission in Belmopan hosted day 1 of its Ocean Country Partnership Program Ministerial Forum, bringing together government leaders, UK representatives, and development partners to discuss the future of Belize's blue space. The program, launched back in 2021, focuses on setting priorities for ocean governance and climate resistance. The day opened with high-level remarks and presentations outlining progress under the OCPP. From there, discussions moved to sustainable finance, climate policy innovations, blue economic opportunities, and ways to strengthen Belize's ocean governance frameworks. Today also marked the end of phase 1 of the program. Present at today's forum, British High Commissioner Alistair White spoke about the work accomplished over the past 5 years, as well as the importance of defining next steps and laying the groundwork for the next phase.
It's a really science-led program, so we've seen improvements in seafood safety and cleanliness, better sustainable fishery practices. We've seen amazing work with the Blue Economy Ministry to work with fisheries and fishermen to building new sustainable practices. We've seen showcasing the marine protected areas and that world-class network and how we can keep building on that, and really building the alliance of scientists, so scientists for the UK and our UK Centre for Aquatic and Fisheries Sciences, working in a knowledge exchange and capacity exchange with Belizean entities. We've also seen scholarships for Belizean future leaders in fisheries and oceans, and these are advanced degrees, so hopefully those are building the foundation for future leadership. I think one of the big gaps is looking forward to how all this becomes sustainable. And that's why we have our multilateral partners, the international and regional development banks here, to understand how can we make the financial underpinning of all of this critical work present and future and sustainable. And that's going to be a mix also of public and private sector alliances. And I think that's one of the, if not a gap, but one of the lessons that shows that this work really does rely on making sure you have a strong financial underpinning.
White also pointed to the growing alliance between the UK and Belize through science, describing the partnership as one filled with rewarding opportunities for both countries.
It's been essential, and I think that's why this programme has succeeded so much. So my partners in the UK who are here today visiting really see Belize as a success story. They see it as a country where it's so forward-leaning. Belize was here first, when we're talking about the blue bonds and the blue economy. I think Belize really was the pioneer in this, and working with the government, so Minister Perez, CEO Beverly Wade, just these people are leaders and also truly understand the need for international collaboration and partnership. And so it's been an incredibly positive experience. And I think that's why we feel able to celebrate even concluding a phase, because we know it's not just going to stop now, because that leadership was there before. It was leadership there before, during and afterwards. So I think the UK and Belize, just an incredibly strong partnership. And if you hear some of the speeches this morning, it's just a genuine warmth.
Earlier today, the Minister of Constitution and Religious Affairs, Indigenous Affairs and Transportation, Dr. Honorable Louis Zabane, convened a presentation meeting with the former chairs of the People's Constitution Commission, the PCC, as part of the government's ongoing review of the PCC final report. During this session, the former chairs highlighted the Commission's work, thematic areas, and key recommendations, while providing an opportunity for dialogue and clarification. This meeting is just one of several planned engagements with the PCC as it advances the review and assessment of the recommendations. And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. We want to say thank you so much for tuning into Plus News, and be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, have a good evening. God bless you. Take care.